Welcome to the Investors Market Update for Sarasota and Manatee Counties in March of 2025. My name is Rob Drum. I'm the broker and owner of Blue Elephant Property Management, where we specialize in managing residential investment properties here in Sarasota and Manatee County. I do this market update every month for clients and friends and for myself to stay updated on what's happening here in the local market. And I like to try to keep it quick and deliver as much value as I can. So let's get to the numbers. Sarasota resale numbers. This does not include new home sales, just resale listings. We had active listings up 28.95%. The 6,173 is actually a couple hundred lower than we saw in February because we had more sales than we did in the previous month. But again, the sales were actually lower year over year, so not a strong number or anything, just kind of a seasonal number that reduced some inventory from the market. Average and median sale prices were down pretty significantly in Sarasota County, and the days on market was up on an average basis, but down slightly on a median basis, and it feels like days on market is starting to stabilize. At least I hope that's the case. In the range that it is in right now. For Manatee County, active listings were up 31.24%. Sales right about where they were last year. Average sold price and median sold price were very different than Sarasota County, and this is unusual. Usually their numbers are pretty similar, so I don't know if this is the sign of a trend where Manatee County is stabilizing a little sooner than Sarasota County, or what's going on here. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it and see if this persists over the next couple months. Average days to sell in Manatee County and median days to sell were both up, and months of inventory were up as well. We're seeing that pretty much every month, a pretty good jump year over year in months of inventory, just because sales are holding roughly stable, but there's more and more inventory coming on the market. These are the housing start numbers that I pulled from Fred, and when I pull this, it's very messy. You can't tell what's going on. And I trend it, so I compare it to the same month the previous year, and then I trend it over 6 months and get an indicator that shows momentum. And you can see we have a couple months here of rising momentum in home builder starts. In February, we had 1,506 starts, and that was 542 more than January, 542 more than the previous February, 36 more than January. And this covers Northport, Sarasota, and Bradenton, so it's a pretty wide range, but it is a sign that home builder starts are picking up, and we'll see how this continues into the rest of the year. It's very interesting considering what's going on in terms of days on market and housing prices. And it'll be even more interesting when we get into the future data. We'll cover tariffs. And again, this is right. This comes from the government. It is February data. They're a month behind. And so it's a month behind lagging, and we'll see the tariff information start to show up over the next couple months. 30-year mortgage interest rates. There's a lot of news about these rates and the 10-year rates, especially with tariffs in the last few days over the last month. But nothing really happening with these rates. Stayed pretty much unchanged month over month. It will be interesting to see what happens with them over the rest of this year and into the summer. And to keep an eye on that, I use the CME FedWatch tool. You can Google this and get a chart roughly like this that shows the probabilities of where rates will be for any upcoming Fed meeting. So you can see here for the May meeting coming up, there's an 82% chance that rates will stay unchanged. For the June meeting, there's a 26% chance that rates will stay right where they are right now. And by July, that falls to a 8.4% chance that rates will be where they are right now. And the blue is showing the most likely place for rates to be. And these probabilities are not just made up. They come from the actual trading data from the people trading CME interest rate futures. A lot of very big, very smart hedge funds are trading those and expressing their views on where they think rates will be there, and this is what they're implying. This is showing roughly what they think is going to be happening. So it's very useful to keep an eye on, and it does change every day. So when big news comes out, these probabilities will shift significantly, but it's good to have at least an idea of what they're thinking that day. This is rental data that comes from Zillow that I've started tracking. It's just for single family homes, and I included the February numbers as well as the March numbers. I'll come up with a better way to show this going forward, but looking at available rentals, you can see Bradenton and Sarasota had more available in March than February, and Northport had slightly less. You can see average rents down across the board, and for month over month, and as well as year over year. And it feels like rents are still drifting lower, and we haven't quite found the bottom yet, but it may be soon. We'll definitely keep an eye on it, and I think at least tracking this will help. So I'd love it if you would subscribe to this video. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to this channel. I put this video out again every month, and if you'd like to get it in your inbox, you can subscribe to the newsletter. There's a link to it in the description below. And if you want to email me, you can, rob@blueelephantpm, and let me know if you like this or if there's something you'd like me to look into, and I'll do my best, and I will see y'all next week. Thank you.